Oh, I got a dog on my yoga mat today. All right. So, oh, thank you for rolling out your yoga mat with me today. We're going to start with our centering. Millie, can you go to bed? So find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Millie, can you go to bed? Go lie down. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. If you're sitting, you can sit up nice and tall. If you're lying down, and especially if you're taking care of a low back that's not feeling super amazing lately, maybe have the knees bent so it takes a little pressure off the low back. So in other words, just get yourself comfortable. You can allow your eyes to close. And just start to tune in. Just start to notice what it's like for you in this moment. Let your mind start to navigate the layers of you. There's a lot of them, right? In yoga, we call them all bodies. So there's the body, right? And that has a lot of layers all on its own. But there's also the breath body, which moves the body, right? Lives inside the body. But there's also the mind body, which we're trying to get to be a little bit more quiet and still. There's the emotional body. So just let your bodies, so to speak, start to settle and come together. Like a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the bodies, right? So let your bodies start to settle. And allow the breath to be the commonality, the thing that they all have in common. That if you slow down the breath, it's going to calm the mind, the body, the breath, the emotion. So let the breath start to deepen and slow down. And there's one body I didn't mention. So when all the bodies start to become in harmony, there's another body. There's a bliss body. So as you start to relax, as you start to settle into the breath, and the breath settles into the body, and the mind settles into the breath and body, and the emotions start to calm down, notice that there is this other element that can happen. Maybe you feel it as calm, or ease, or relaxed. Or maybe bliss is the right word, but we don't have to rush it. But just stay with the breath. That's the point. The breath is at the heart, the middle of it all. So let the breath be really slow, really deep. And as long as your throat doesn't hurt today or feel agitated, you can add a little ujjayi or ocean sounding breath. Relax your jaw, relax your face. And as things start to sync up and become a little more harmonious, just find out what comes up, right? Like, are there muscles in the body that are trying to get your attention by showing you that they're tense? Or is there a thought that keeps coming up? Whatever comes up, thank your body or your bodies for the information, wherever it comes from. Hold it in your heart for a moment, like a dear friend who called and you just wanted them to know that you received it, right? Like, okay, I got it. And then very lovingly let it go so that you're ready for the next thing that comes up. Just stay with the breath. Take a few more. Stay with letting the mind dive deeper and deeper in. And eventually let your body breathe itself and just pause in the calm that you have created, in the harmony between all the layers of you, all the different bodies. And see what your version of this harmony feels like, looks like. And if you're seated, it's okay if you're not, but if you're seated, you can bring your chin down towards your chest. And if you're lying down, you can do your neck rolls just side to side. But if you're seated, we'll just do some really simple, slow neck rolls. So you inhale your head up to one side, you exhale your chin to your chest, and then begin again, other side. So we won't do it for too long. So if you want to stay lying down, if you're lying down, just, slowly rolling your head left and right. And those of us sitting, next time the chin is down to the chest, just pause. And then bring yourself back to neutral, eyes closed or open. And then just inhale, turn your head all the way to one side, right or left, either way. And then exhale to the other side. So very smooth, slow motion, no thank you. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Good. And then you can come back to center. You want out. All right, hold on. You can blink your eyes open. Let's stretch the legs. Go ahead. Oh, sorry, guys. Millie was trapped. The cats can open the doors, but Millie can't. All right. So if you're sitting on something, move it off to the side. You can stretch your legs out in front. Hopefully you can see me. I try not to wear dark clothes on the screen because I blend into the fireplace, but didn't feel like changing, so I'm sorry. All right, so I'm very honest today. Bring your hands behind you and just start to rotate your feet. Good. And go the other way. Good. Feet a little wider and let your feet go side to side. Hi, Janet. I closed my eyes and then I opened them and there you were. Good. And you can, that's true. You can find stillness there. And if you need to bend your knees a little bit, you can. I just want us to have some access to the feet. So bend your knees as deeply as you need to. And we're not gonna do like a formal massage like we usually do. We're just gonna like tap the feet. The outside, the inside, the bottoms of the feet, whatever you can reach. And then start to go up the legs. Just like gentle, open hand, just tap the legs. I like to do one-way traffic, so from the feet and then up. I like to do that a few times. And then we'll brush away from you. So from the knees to the feet, and then from the hips to the knees. So as if you're like, for me, this is true, as if I'm brushing the dog fur off of my yoga pants, right? So you're just brushing the tension, the stress, whatever it is you're holding on to, brushing it away. Right, good. You can release your legs. And let's move to doing the back a bit. So we'll do a little cat and cow. I'm going to leave it optional if you want to do hands and knees for your cat and cow, or if you want to be seated. So it's totally up to you. We're going to do just rounding and arching in the back. I'm going to stay sitting with my legs crossed, but you can do it however you want. So as you inhale, you can arch the back a little. And as you exhale, you can tuck your tailbone and round. Excuse me. So inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round. So just a gentle reminder of that meditation we did earlier where we created harmony between all the different bodies, right? So you just want to keep kind of coming back to that. Keep coming back to, listening to the body, creating harmony, right? If we move through a place of pain or into a place of pain and don't listen to the body when it says, please back off, harmony isn't the right word. That's something else. So we just want to like gently ask the back to release, to open, to shift if it's willing to shift. Good. And then you can come to neutral. And if your hips are happy like this and your knees are happy like this, you can stay how you're sitting. But if you need to rearrange, you can. I just want to do a little stretch for the back where you walk. You just lower yourself down. You can lower yourself a little bit or a lot. And once you're there, just, find a place where you can just release the back a little. Maybe there's a little sway side to side. These slow rhythmic movements help alleviate tension. So, the stretch part, it doesn't have to be a lot of stretch. It doesn't have to be like you're totally folded. Good. And then you can come back up. You can stretch your legs out again. Hands behind you and let your feet go side to side. All right. And let's I usually if we don't have us lay down right away, I wait till the end, but it keeps popping up in my mind that I want to address the low back from lying down. So find your way onto your back. And this is a gentle class, right? We can get away with doing more lying down. We don't even have to stand up if we don't want to. The class I taught on Friday, I don't think we really wanted to stand up. We stood up briefly, but all right. So find yourself on your back, knees bent for now, feet on the floor. And let's go back to the legs. Anytime low back is requested, I always feel like we got to pay attention to the legs a lot. But in this position with the knees bent is taking the pressure off the low back a little bit. So stretch your right leg up into the air. You can hold on to it if you want. Or rotate your foot at the ankle and just notice all the little details. If it feels tight, if it feels good, if there's clicks and cracks. And then go the other way and slow down the breath. Good. You can bend and straighten the knee a little bit, just making sure that feels safe. Good. And then draw the right knee into the chest. If the low back's okay on it, you can flatten your left leg out. But if not, just kind of scoot it off to the left a little. You just need a little bit of space. So bring your right hand is going to transition from the outside of the knee to the inside of the knee. So for right now, bring it on the inside of the knee. Your leg is going to be like half frog shape, right? And just gently draw it off to the side. You don't have to go far. And then come back, hand to the outside of the knee and gently cross it past midline, just a little bit, just until you start to feel that stretch in the glutes a little bit. And then draw the leg out to the side. So what if it didn't matter how deep the stretch was? Like it didn't matter if you went end range. Like what if it was just this movement side to side to gently release tension? As yogis, we always want that deep, deep stretch, which is good, fine, that can be good. But we also, we want to release tension. We can do it in other ways. We don't have to have that deep, deep stretch. Good. And we'll do this a little differently. So place your right foot down just for a second and then bend your left knee again. You can cross your right ankle over the left knee. We'll switch sides, I promise, but for right now, we're going to stay with this right side. Arms out to the sides, palms down. So a little bit of support, a little bit of press down with the arms, a little bit of belly strength. And you let your knees just gently rock left and right. So deepen the breath. Just trying to release tension. And some people's bodies love the twist here. So if it feels good to go until your foot touches the floor, that's fine. But it's not a must. I know my body doesn't like it, so I usually keep it really pretty small. But keep breathing, keep noticing. Good. And then you can let your right foot find the ground. Bring your feet a little bit wider apart and let your knees fall in on each other. And just notice how just let your legs rest. Notice how one leg feels compared to the other. Good. And you can bring your feet a little closer, knees straight up. And your left foot can go into the air. You can hold on to it if you want. And rotate your foot at the ankle. So just notice how the calf feels, how the ankle feels. I know we probably do this every time we do yoga together, but what if you could imagine that you didn't, that you've never done it before, right? So what if this is the first time you did this? Reverse if you haven't reversed. I might have said it. I'm not sure. Good. And then you can bend and straighten at the knee. In other words, notice all the details. Everything in the body is connected to something else. So if we've got tension in the legs that we didn't quite realize, it could be adding to the tension in the back. So we want to start to alleviate that. Good. And then bring your knee in, flatten your right leg out on the yoga mat or walk it off to the side. And we'll do like that half frog shape with the leg. So your left hand is going to switch between the inside of the knee as you draw it out and the outside of the knee as you draw it across your midline a little bit. So the lower leg is just floppy. It's just along for the ride. But your hand is just moving the knee. So the leg doesn't have to do a lot. deepen the breath because that also will help release tension. Good. And we'll do this a little different now. You can bend your right leg again, cross your left ankle over the right knee. Arms out to the sides, palms down, and gently let your knees go side to side. I like to hug the belly into the spine a little bit and just activate the core. But I'll leave that up to you if your back feels safe without that. I feel like I need the back to feel really secure and supported. So notice what you need, right? Your legs might go a little bit, they might go a lot. Let it be okay. Just trust what the body is telling you. Deepen the breath. Good. And you can come to stillness. Let your feet touch the floor, feet wide apart, knees falling on each other, and just notice. Good. You can walk your feet a little closer and take your right knee and just bring it in towards the chest as you extend your left leg out on the yoga mat. So you're going to engage your belly a little bit. Hi, Millie. So as you inhale, point your toes and let your left leg come up towards the sky. And as you exhale, flex your foot and slowly lower it down. So you're using your core, but you're also stretching the leg a little bit. Millie, go to bed. Go to bed. Go, go, go. The dog is in my face. Sorry. So point on the way up, flex on the way down. I only meant to do like a few. So we'll just do a few and then we'll switch. I got distracted because the dog is trying to get me to pet her. So inhale with a pointed foot. Exhale down with a flexed foot. Belly is strong. Good. And once you feel even, you guys know me well. I don't count well. Numbers aren't my jam. So when you're done, bring your knees in, hold your knees or wrap your arms around your legs and gently rock side to side. Go to bed. Go. Go to bed. Go ahead. Go. Go, 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 go. Go to bed. Go ahead. Good. You can bring yourself to stillness, feet to the floor, feet about as wide as your yoga mat is wide, arms where you want them. And let your knees start to go side to side. So this one too, lately I like to hug the belly into the spine, but I'm finding lately twists are not my favorite thing on my back. So I like to have a little bit of stability in the core. And then I let the knees go side to side and stretch that way. But just see what you need. Some people are more bendy and some people are less bendy. I'm in the more bendy category. So I need to work on stability. But I think most people are in the other category. They need more stretch. Good. And then start to let your head rotate opposite of the knees. So when your knees go to the right, start to roll your head to the left. And the next time the knees are left and your head is right, just stay there and breathe. You can switch sides when you're ready, and same thing, hold and breathe. And you can bring your knees back up. You can extend your legs long. If your shoulders are okay with it, you can bring your arms up overhead. I'm pretty much under my couch right now. I should go the other way, but you guys wouldn't be able to see me. All right, so imagine you're in mountain. So flex the feet, press through the soles of your feet. Legs straight but not locked. Tailbone tucked under just the tiniest bit so that the belly can press down and flatten the lumbar spine into the yoga mat. Heart is lifted, but you want to make sure the ribs aren't flailing out, right? And the low back is strong, or safe. Belly is strong. So let your limbs, all your limbs, legs and arms, scoot over to the right. Your head can push over the right too. You don't have to go far until you just start to feel a nice long stretch on the left side body, and breathe. And play with it. I just felt like my legs weren't far enough, so I scooted them over a little further. So keep your belly strong. Imagine you were standing and doing your half moon, right? Standing half moon. Or what do we call it? Oh, crescent moon. That's usually what I call it. So keep breathing. Good. And then walk your limbs to center and then over to the left. Your head can slide a little left too. So your shoulders are flat on the ground, your hips are flat on the ground. You're basically still in mountain. You're just kind of curved over to the side. So belly is strong. And breathe. Lengthening through the limbs, breathing through the whole right side. Good. And then walk yourself back through center. I think that's my favorite way to do half moon, especially if the low back is bugging you. You can bring your knees in and gently rock side to side. Good. And you can come back to stillness, feet to the floor. Bring your arms along the sides of the body. I like to tuck my shoulder blades under a little bit. I like even the arms tucked under the sidelines of my body a little bit. That's up to you. And you just have to feel through ankles underneath knees. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone a little bit, hug your belly into the spine, flatten your back out on the yoga mat. But keep your shoulders and neck relaxed. And then inhale, let everything relax and come up. So your waistline comes up a little bit. So it's a little bit of cat and cow, not a lot. And then exhale, engaging the belly, flattening the back out in the yoga mat. Good. Inhale, relax. Exhale, hug the belly into the spine. So if we were in a Pilates class, which I know we're not, but if we were, they would call this imprint, right? So imprint your back. So you're pressing your belly into the back and you're flattening your back out on the mat. But the ribs are involved too. You want to kind of press your ribs down towards your hips. So everything's flat. I find the hardest part is doing that and relaxing the shoulders and the neck. So just take a moment and just practice that. Breathing, imprinting, relaxing the shoulders. I like to rock my head a little bit just to kind of convince my neck to relax. Good. And then relax, release. Move around if you need to. We're going to do another version of that. So take a breath in. As you exhale, same thing. Hug the belly into the spine, flatten your back out on the yoga mat, imprint, and bring your legs one at a time up into tabletop. So your knees are right over your hips. Your shins are about parallel to the ground. If you need that to be a little bit less intense, move your knees closer to your chest. If you need it to be more, move them ever so slightly away. But the goal is really knees right over hips. So I just found myself not imprinting. So I'm going to come out, reset, and then come back in. So just keep breathing. And this, again, I find what's hardest for me is not tensing the shoulders or the neck. So hugging the belly, pressing the ribs down a little bit, and breathe. Keep telling your neck it doesn't have to be involved. Keep telling your shoulders they don't have to be involved. And then gently bring your feet to the floor. What do you need? Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, the dog comes over and then steps on my hair. All right. So from here, feet wide apart, knees bent, arms wherever you want them. Let your knees go side to side again. So now we're going to release some of that tension in the belly that we just intentionally created, right? We need strength and stretch. Good. Then you can release. Roll yourself over to one side. Oh, either side will do. And then use your arms carefully, slowly. Pick yourself back up to seated. All right. I might have rushed us there. Sorry. Take your time. Okay. Low back. This is the low back class. Um, I don't know why you think Millie was used to this already. She's usually not on my yoga mat, but tonight she's all over my yoga mat. I kind of don't have a lot of room here, Mill. All right. So let's see. Feet wide apart, hands behind you. We did this lying down. We'll do it seated. Knees can go side to side. And let your knees go over to the right. And just rearrange so you're relatively comfortable. We haven't really done a twist yet, so we'll do a twist from here. So get your spine nice and neutral, nice and tall, shoulders broad and relaxed. And just take your hands and start to walk them to the right. Feel your torso starting to twist. So the left hip is going to pull forward a little bit. The right hip pulls back just slightly. Same thing with the ribs. The left side of the ribs pull forward. The right side kind of pulls back. Shoulders do the same. Look over your right shoulder and breathe. Deepen the breath. Notice what's tight. Notice where you feel it. You can stay here or you can walk your hands away from you for a few breaths. So maybe lowering down. I have a dog in my way, but if you don't, you could lower down onto forearms or even blocks or a bolster. That's okay, Millie. I'll share. Last time I taught, the cat had an infection on her tail. She's all better now, but I kept sharing my yoga mat with the cat last time. I just remembered. Tonight it's the dog. Tonight she's a little needy. That's okay. All right, you can start to lift yourself up. And you can unwind, hands go behind you, let the knees come up, and let them go side to side again. All the while paying attention to whatever your body needs you to pay attention to. I know my body's the low back. It's like, hey, can you pay attention to me? It's whatever kind of just keeps coming up. You go, yep, I can. Good. And then go the other side. So knees to the left. You can sit up nice and tall. Tailbone towards the ground, crown of the head lifts up towards the sky, and just start to inch your hands to the left. Just go really incrementally the twist starting to happen. So the right hip pulls forward, left hip goes back, ribs start to twist, shoulders broad and relaxed, and just deepen the breath. And you can stay nice and tall, or you can walk your hands out away from you, lowering down a little bit or a lot. Everyone's different. Deepen the breath. Let your breath be like the illumination in your practice, right? It's the unifier. It kind of brings everything to center and calm. You can start to lift yourself up, untwist. The hands can go behind you and let the knees go side to side. So we're going to just keep kind of moving from here, moving from this hips, right? But we're going to kind of do different things. But let your knees go over to the right again. And let your left leg extend out to the side. So if it goes too far, it'll feel really intense. If it goes, too straight ahead, you're not going to feel it on the inside of the leg. So we want to stretch the adductors, the muscles on the inside of the thigh. So we've done this before. I don't know why I'm being so wordy. You can bring your right. Which way are we going? Left hand. Sorry, left hand on your your hip. Lift your hip. Let your toes go down, and you twist to the right and unwind. So when you unwind, just lean a little bit over the leg. And I like to swing my hands around the bent knee and then around the straight leg. So keep rolling the toes down when you twist to the right, and then roll them back up when you go over the leg. That way we're not upsetting any of the joints in the leg. Everything's rolling together, right? Everything's along for the ride. Good. And the next time you're facing your straight leg, just pause there, rearrange if you need to. I like to bend the knee, but you're going to sit up nice and tall, kind of plug your fingers into the floor, broaden your shoulders. Good. And take your left hand and bring it on the inside of the left leg as you start to twist your torso and bring your right arm, swing it around behind. Mine's right on the dog. So bring it around behind. Plug your right hand into the ground, plug the back of the hand into the leg, sit up nice and tall. Shoulders broad and relaxed, belly strong. It's kind of maybe that same principle when we're in the Pilates pose where the belly is strong, but can you relax your shoulders? I mean, that's what I'm always seeing in our yoga classes. And it's just, kind of keeps coming up in my mind. Good. So you can stay here. Maybe you're perfectly happy here. Or you can lean a little bit to the left. So your left arm slides down the left leg. The right shoulder still keeps drawing back. The heart is still open. You can keep your arm on the ground, or you can float it up into the air. You can also arc it over towards the foot. So you might want to do all of them. You might want to gently come in and out. That's what today movement feels really good to me. I'm also studying for an exam about how to break up tone and tension in the body, and slow rhythmic moving is one of the ways. Good. If you want to find and hold something or breathe into it, you can. If you want to keep moving, that's fine too. Good. And then gently come up and out. Bring your hands around your right knee. And you can bend your left knee again, or kind of just swing it back. We'll do like almost pigeon, not even. Usually I feel like we do half pigeon, we do like a quarter of pigeon. So you can have your knee bent, but kind of back a little bit more, or you could straighten your leg out. But maybe let's keep it pretty chill. So take your hands around your knee and you're just supporting yourself on your hands a little bit, and you're just going to sway your shoulders. So you're going to look over your left shoulder and then look over your right shoulder. And just keep kind of swaying side to side. If you need to reposition your back leg, you can. I've had a hip injury and I'm a little tight. So your version of this might be different. Your knees might be closer, kind of similar to how we started. But there's options here. Good. Next time you're twisted and looking over your right shoulder, you're kind of leaning into the right. Take your left hand and just kind of extend it out from the leg so it doesn't go up towards the sky, but just kind of reaching it past the left ear, basically. And if you want, you could lower down onto your left forearm. That feels better to me. And breathe. So there's still some engagement needed, right? Belly strong, ribs kind of in and not flailed. But finding that side body stretch. And you can bend your left elbow, bring the hand behind the head, and let your elbow come up towards the sky as you look up and open your heart up towards the sky. And then elbow down towards the floor, look down, and then up again. Elbow up, look up. Elbow down, look down. Good. And then from here, you can start to walk yourself back up. If your back knee is kind of moved back, kind of position yourself to how we started. And let's do all that stuff on the other side. So hands behind you, if I can remember, and knees go side to side. So to me, it feels better to lean back on my forearms and let the knees go side to side. You can also straighten your legs out and do windshield wiper feet if you need something different. My hip on the injured side needed something different. All right. And let's switch. So bring your knees over to the left. And oh my goodness, where did we start? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, right? Yeah, okay. So you're going to straighten your right leg. I got this. You guys trust me? It's kind of amazing that people do, but I'm trustworthy. I just forget sometimes. All right. So finding something that's sustainable. I had my leg out a little too far. There we go. So we're going to roll. So start with the right hand on the hip. Press the hip forward, roll the toes down, twist to your left, and then roll over the leg or back to where you started, but lean over the leg. Yeah. And then hands where you want them. I'm going to leave that up to you. So you're just kind of making peace. You're making friends with that tight adductors on the inside of the leg. This time last year, I think I knew all the names of them, all the insertion points. This time of year, I know a whole lot of different information. Good. Next time you're facing your leg, you can pause there, bend the knee if you need to. Kind of plug your fingers into the ground and sit up nice and tall. Good. And then bring your right hand on the inside of the right leg. Still sitting up nice and tall and swing your left hand around. So you're kind of twisting to the left just a little bit. Heart is open. You plug the back of the hand into the back of the leg. Plug your left fingers into the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Your sitting bones are already plugged in because gravity's doing that for you. Lift your heart, relax your shoulders, keep breathing. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I just realized I didn't silence anything and all my Bluetooth is open. That sometimes messes with the audio. So I hope you can hear me. Good. You can stay here or you can slide your hand a little closer to your foot. Left hand closer. Oh, sorry. What is that? Right hand closer to right foot. I got this. You can stay here with the hand on the ground or you can reach your arm up. Or what did we do before? Before I swayed in and out of it. So you can come into an arched position and then back up. It's up to you. You got a lot of tension through the ribs and diaphragm. Good. To gently come in and out. And if you're moving, if you want to hold it, now's a good moment. Deepen the breath. Good. And then you can release. Bring your hands around the left knee. You can bend your right knee again, but slide it back. Or, I'm going to leave this up to you again if you're in pigeon. Now this side feels different for me, so I want my leg to be straight before I liked my knee bent a little bit. So it's up to you if like the knee and the top of the thigh are on the ground or if it's bent a little bit. But either way, find something that feels good, hands on the ground, and just let your shoulders start to sway a little bit to the left and then over to the right. So you can look over your left shoulder. That's where you're going to feel that hip flexor stretch on the right side. And then look over the right shoulder. So deepen your breath, sliding the shoulders side to side. Good. And then pause, shoulders kind of square over the knee. You can have your left hand or your forearm on the ground. I like the forearm down better. And let your right arm extend past your ear. So I just realized I like my back knee bent for this because I had it on the other side like this, but I didn't have it. Anyway, I'm doing it different now. But find something that works. We're going to rearrange the arm and the torso in a moment. Good. And you can bend your elbow. Inhale to draw the arm back and look up. Exhale to draw the elbow down and look down. Good. Let's see. Next time you're looking down, you can just bring your arm down. Bend your right leg up again. Back to where you started. You can come upright, hands behind you or forearms behind you, feet wide, and let your knees go side to side again. I better check the time. I have no idea what time it is. Okay, so let's come back to sitting, neutral sitting. Oy. You can bring your feet together and your knees out, but very relaxed. They can be far away from your heels. I have a blanket that I always use when I'm doing yoga. So I like to bring it Millie, you're kind of blocking the shot. So over my feet and around my shins. You need to go out now? Hold on. Let me set up the yoga form and then I'll let you out. Sorry. What is happening? So you're just gonna do a reclined, out of the way, Millie, bound angle. So we're just gonna like rest. So I have like a pillow and a blanket. You can grab something, but you also don't need it. You could just round your back. So very relaxed Baddha Konasana. I'm gonna get Millie out of here. Hold on. Never a dull moment when you have pets. There's always something going on. All right. So keep breathing, keep relaxing. This is my favorite one for really releasing tension in the low back. I used to teach yin yoga and I used to do yin yoga, but it's a little bit too much stretch for my joints. But this one, as long as you're kind of protecting the joints, can be really nice on the low back just to really sink into that stretch for a little bit. So, the main goal is getting the low back rounded. Like right now, I'm supporting my head because my hip doesn't want me to fold completely, but it's just really about getting the low back relaxed. All right, you can start to roll your way back up. Sorry, I'm going to try to save the audio here. All right. So if you have props, push them off to the side. And let's find your way onto your back again. We'll do a couple more things before we rest. All right, so you can have your knees bent. We're going to do a twist, but we're going to kind of move. We're going to do it like how if I do a twist at the beginning of a class, I always warm up the back. But since we've done so much of this kind of moving in and out of things, I want to keep that going. So if you know you need something between your knees for your twist, you can add it now. All right, so bring your arms out wide. You can scoot your hips over to the right a little bit. And it's up to you how twisty you're feeling, right? Maybe the knees just go over a little bit to the left. Maybe they come in towards your left arm and then over. That'll be a little deeper. You got to find out how your low back feels about it. Lately, my back doesn't love this. It used to be my favorite. So I prop up the left leg and then I look to the right. So it's not as deep a twist, but it's a little nicer on my back. So do what you need to. Millie, you got to go to bed, lovey. Come on. Go to bed. Go. All right, so we're going to roll over. So you take your right arm, you're going to roll over into a fetal position. Maybe you sweep the arm over the head, but definitely sweep it past the left hand and then go back to where you came or where you started. That's weird. So you're going to roll over onto your... Sorry, guys. I've been studying all day. And the dog distracting me is just like, I don't know, just like a level of like, I'm working it out. All right. So come back to your body. Don't worry about me. You're just going to roll in and out of your twist. So you're going to roll into a fetal position on your left side and then all the way into your twist again. Now my arm is blocked by the couch, but if you want to send the arm overhead, you can. And then eventually land in your twist. Knees go to the left, head goes to the right. And take a few slow, deep breaths. When you're ready, you can start to unwind. You can square your hips. And then we'll go the other way. So scoot your hips to the left a little bit. Knees go to the right. Your head can look left. So the left arm is going to move. So in some way, whether the arm goes across your body or overhead, you're going to roll over, reach the left hand past right, and then go right back into your twist. So slowly rolling in and out. Whenever you're ready to hang out in your twist, you can hang out in your twist. So taking slow, deep breaths, softening where you can. And when you feel ready, you can start to unwind. You can square your hips, bring your knees in, remove your props if you've got them, and rock side to side. So giving your back a little massage. Good. And then from here, you can find stillness, let your feet touch the floor. Good. And we'll do a little bridge in case that feels good on anybody's back. You could do modified bridge with a block. I have so many props over here. A block, a pillow, or a blanket. So if you want to do modified bridge, just press your feet up. Or sorry, press press into your feet, lift your hips, slide your block, blanket, or block underneath. Block, blanket, or pillow, sorry, underneath you. Shoulder blades can scoot under. So you can kind of hang out here, or if you'd like your feet up, you can do it that way. If you don't have a prop and you want to do bridge without it, just press into your backs of your arms, lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes. So, it's a little more strenuous. So do it whichever way you want. I like a modified shoulder stand to bring my feet up. You could also do bamboo garden. So you could lay on your back and just send your limbs up into the air. Because really, we just want a little upside down, right? The torso can be upside down, but even if it's just the legs, that's still pretty upside down. They're not usually like that. And play with it, right? You can move, you can come in and out of it, you can stay put. And when you do decide to come out, you can bring your feet to the floor if they have left the ground. You can lift your hips and slide the block out from underneath you and lower your hips back down. So from here, just tune into your body, notice what it needs. Deepen the breath and respond, right? Let yourself move however you need to move to finish your practice. We kept it pretty chill today. So if you need another yoga form, another stretch, anything, another strengthening, maybe, do that. Take another, couple minutes to finish your practice however you need to. Okay, so when you feel ready, you can set yourself up for relaxation. I usually give us 10 minutes, so just make sure you're warm enough. It is that chilly time of year. You might need to add a blanket to your relaxation. I think I'm going to add a blanket today. So when you are ready, take your time. But just like we always do, start your relaxation with some slow, deep breaths. And we'll do a body scan because we didn't start with one. We started with a scan of all the bodies. So this time we'll really investigate the body. So start with the soles of your feet. Let your awareness notice the soles of the feet. Notice the toes. Breathe awareness to the tops of the feet, to the arches, to the heels, to all the details of your feet. And just notice all that they've been through and all that they've really done for you. They do a lot for you. Keep that slow, deep breath moving. Notice the ankles, the lower legs. Notice the knees and all the sort of complications in there. Notice the upper legs. And just notice your lower extremities. Allow them to be heavy and relaxed. Appreciate all their effort and good work to carry you around, to keep you walking. And then notice your hips and your pelvis. Breathe deep and notice all the details. Notice the low back. Notice navel center, the abdomen, all the abdominal organs that rest there. Just let them all rest. All their important work. Right? Just acknowledging. And then notice where your diaphragm is and the bottom part of your ribs. And then let awareness move through the whole rib cage, the lungs, how they touch the really all sides of the torso. Notice the heart. Bring awareness to your shoulders and your arms. your hands. Notice all the details you can in your hands. And send them gratitude for all the things they allow you to do. Bring awareness to your neck and your throat, to your head and your face, to your scalp, to your ears receiving sound, to your eyes gently blocking out the visual stimulus. Notice the mouth alive with sensation. Then notice your whole body just resting and breathing. So important, all the jobs that all the different layers of just your physical body take care of. So just rest. Just be here. All right, so if you're ready to come back, you can start to deepen your breath. You can start to move fingers and toes. You can stretch or yawn or move however you need to. If you're lying down still, you can bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And if you're still lying down, you can roll over to one side eventually and make your way back up to seated. And when you do come up to seated, just give yourself a chance to to sit and notice how you feel. Sorry, Millie was like slipping and sliding in front of me. There's a carpet right behind me that she can sit on, but she's sitting on the wooden floor and she's slipping all over. So notice how you feel. You can bring your hands into prayer position in front of your heart. Bow your head to your heart. Honor your true self, your true light. Jai Bhagwan. I honor the light within. Namaste. And when you're ready, you can lift your gaze. Thank you very much.